5 is always be prepared. If you're going to be a prolific recruiter, a recruiting machine, always be prepared. Now, what does that mean? I put it into 2 categories: tools and stories. Here are the tools of success for a prolific recruiting machine. Is they're always prepared. They always have the video to be able to show somebody. They always have a DVD to be able to give somebody. They always have a brochure to be able to show someone. They always have product samples to be able to share with somebody, if that's appropriate inside of your business. They're always prepared with their stuff. They've got their stuff in the car. They've got their stuff in their briefcase. They've got their stuff in their purse. They always have their stuff ready to be able to, at any moment, to be able to share the gift that they have with the friends that they've developed, because they made a decision that this is important. They're always prepared. They always have the tools. Do you have the tools right now? If I said, show me right now, could you do it? Most people go, and they start scrambling around and they can't find the tools. Decide. The recruiting machines in network marketing are always prepared. They've got it ready, okay? Some of the most prolific recruiters, guess what? As soon as they're done talking to somebody on the phone, they drop into the mail the stuff that they have prepared, so they get something in front of that prospect, FedEx or a priority mail, quickly, so that person starts looking at it. So it's not just what's online. They have physical stuff too. Maybe it's a product sample, etc. Some of the most amazing recruiters I know, that's what they do, because they're always prepared. They're doing what other people do and a little bit more. Okay? They're prepared like other people are and a little bit more. So that's one side, is being prepared when it comes to tools. Whatever the tools of the trade inside of your opportunity, what's the method of operation that people use to be able to share your product or service, to share your opportunity? Make sure you are prepared with everything you need at all times. And that should be a test. If you get together with somebody, say, are you prepared? Show me. And if they're not, that's a learning experience, a learning situation to be able to teach them that this is important. Okay? The second part of always being prepared is stories. Learning how to tell your story and telling your story. Because, listen, information is one thing. Stories make a huge difference. Guess what the recruiting machines in network marketing do? They tell stories. Because they know. So stories are what people remember. People remember stories. They forget the facts, but they remember stories. So you could tell your story. You could tell other people's story. You could tell your company story. You could tell your company founder story. You could tell your upline story. You could tell your downline story. You could tell somebody, local leader story. You could tell a woman's story, a man's story, an over 70 story, an under 25 story. A small business owner story, a firefighter story, a nurse story, a doctor story, a chiropractor story, a teacher story. It doesn't matter. All these stories that are in your business right now, you need to learn those stories so you can share them, because guess what's going to matter? If you're sitting in front of a teacher and you're not a teacher, if you have a teacher story from somebody in your business that you can share with that teacher, do you think that's going to help? Answer is yes. It's going to help. So collect the stories. Be ready to tell the stories. The stories are going to give you, I'm telling you, the recruiting machines in network marketing, they are storytellers. They know how to tell stories, and they're always prepared and ready to tell a story, product story, service story, opportunity story, first 30 days story, getting your money back story, didn't have the money and started anyway story, didn't have the time and got involved anyway story, said never to network marketing but then changed their mind about it story. They have all these stories. That's all they do is tell stories, okay? So learn how to collect stories, yours and others, to be able to share with people so you're always prepared. Every situation, you should have a story. Every situation that comes up, every objection, you should have a story. Every question, you should have a story. Every background of person you're talking to, you should have a story. And guess what? The stories are all there. You can find them inside of the organization, inside of the company. Tell the story. The company's, yours, others. Keep telling the story. So always be prepared. That's number 5. Number 6. Is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. The recruiting machines and network marketing, guess what? They're on another frequency. They're pumped up, man. When they go out in the world, even if they don't have all the skills, they're so fired up. They're so excited. Now, I'm not talking about crazy. I'm not talking about an attack dog. I'm talking about just they exude a positive energy. That enthusiasm is infectious. People are bored out of their minds. Listen to me. People are bored out of their minds. And when they see somebody enthusiastic, they go, oh, I remember when I was like that once. I want to get around that. I want to get connected to that. I want to be around somebody that's filling me up all the time. Enthusiasm is so critical. When you add it to all these other things, to your decision, your mindset, that you're collecting friends, you have these positive daily habits, you're always prepared. Just think about the enthusiastic people in your life. And when you think about that, you have to smile, don't you? They're just infectious. And people want to be around that. So understand, this is important. Now, listen, if you're an introverted person, we as introverts, we can be enthusiastic too. And when we do, the whole world takes notice because we're not normally like that. Now, it doesn't have to be jump up and down. It can be a relaxed enthusiasm. A relaxed intensity, but it's filled with passion. It's filled with vision. It's filled with belief. It's filled with caring. It's filled with a big heart. It's filled with the gift that you have. It's filled with contribution to somebody else. Not just ambition for yourself, but it's filled with growth and contribution to the world. It's contagious. So this is something to just think about. Whatever your level of enthusiasm is, try raising it up. And it's like a muscle. You're going to have to build up. You know, at the beginning, you'll be able to be enthusiastic for a little bit of time, and then you'll lose it. And then you'll feel like, okay, I got to get it again, and then you'll lose it again. Okay, I got to get it again. And eventually, it's going to become another what? Daily habit. Okay? Enthusiasm.